back on private roads here. Let me show you what's doing from a standstill. So, it's really not happy at all. Well, welcome back to Living with a Classic. I'm out in the XJ6. The day after the previous video where we got this thing back on the road after sitting for about 6 months on its winter tires. And it's cold out, -9 degrees Celsius, that's 9 degrees below freezing. And we're going to get some fuel. Just filled up with a little bit from a jerry can I picked up earlier, so I know we'll make it there, but I want to put some more in it. And I'm not sure, she's not that happy. Not running great yet. I hope she just needs to run a bit more. We have some additives in there just to clear things up. But I'm monitoring everything on the app here for the 123 Tune Plus, so that seems to be good. I can see that we're charging there as well, so that's really nice. Yeah, oil pressure's good. Got nice toasty heat in here. Oh, it's really cold outside today, so let's go to the gas station, get some fresh premium in here, and also a little bit faster road up here. We can get some speed up and see if we can clear her out a little bit. Hopefully get it running a bit better. All right, we have a full tank of premium now. So let's see what she does. It's pretty warmed up now, and I felt the roads are actually not really slippery. So on the way back here, I think we're gonna give her some. See if it just wants to blow out or really what's going on. It's weird. It's really not running like it's supposed to. Like right now it feels like it's bucking a bit, but really nothing has been done besides sitting. Well, it started running oddly, and I stopped driving her, and then it was sitting. And we tried a different distributor, ran pretty much the same. Carbs are in good tune. But let's see what happens here. I don't know. It almost feels like it's odd. It's like backfiring and firing at the same time. So it's like backfiring out of the front carb, it seems. But I really don't know what's going on. But I'll drive down this road here. We're at like 2,000 RPMs right now for a bit. Let it clear out, and then we'll do a kick down and some things like that, and possibly turn around, go up the hill in second gear or something, and try and blow it out a bit. We do have, like I said, some additives in there. We have fresh fuel now, and see if we can just blow this thing out a little bit. I really hope we can. But it's a beautiful winter day at least. The heat's working, and I'm out in my favorite car. Slowing down a little bit here, and let's see if it kicks down. Not happy about it at all. It does, but it's definitely missing. Really weird. I could just be imagining things, but I've kicked it down 3 or more times, and it's better every time, I think. Sort of the old Italian tune-up thing. Maybe it actually is working. Not sure. I'm not punishing it too much. We're going to like 3,500 RPMs or something. Right now we're at 1,700 RPMs, and it's just not happy. If this doesn't work, we'll have to have a future video where we get this thing back in the workshop and have a look if you have a vacuum leak. I remember checking for that 6 months ago, just spraying some ether basically around the intake and everything and the carbs, and there were no real leaks then. Weird. I'm gonna turn around up here. I'll pull it once up the hill, see if that helps, Otherwise, we'll have to take it home and investigate this further another day, because, yeah, I don't want to break anything. It's definitely bucking a little bit, so very, very strange. Scratch that, I did not go up the hill again. It's not a happy camper. I don't want to push it and have something break, but I'm trying to figure out what it could be, because, like I said, this is 6 months ago. It ran perfectly well. I was using it daily. I had some free time one evening, and it was like a beautiful May evening, and I decided to wash the car, and I did that. The next day I drove my kids to daycare in the morning, and on the way there it was kind of bucking a little bit, but I didn't think that much of it. I thought, it was kind of cold morning. I thought I was being a little cold-blooded. And on the way home, I barely drove up the hill, and it was just really weird. And then I tried the different distributors and things. That ended up being the same with the coils and things. And then I parked it. I thought, you know what, it must be watering the fuel, because I thought the only thing I did then was wash it. Maybe I had some debris around the tank, and the tank's fuel was bad. Something could have happened to some water in the tank, and that's what I was thinking. And that's why we drained the tank. That's why we had the water removed in the tank. That's why we have a bunch of cleaning stuff in there. Did it just start running better? Let's try it in second. Oh yeah, it spins the tires. Now, you hear that backfiring? Something's going on. We're gonna have to look at some things. I think inevitably we have to go into the floats chambers. What if there's some dirt in there, flying around, and then it's sometimes going lane? Maybe. Have a look at that. And that's really the only thing I'm left to do. Compression test, but we can't just lose compression like that overnight, one night from the other, where the only thing I did was it drove perfectly home. It sat for a couple hours. I drove it around my house to wash it, and then that's it. Really, really strange stuff. And no, it hasn't been using water. The oil is fine. Everything else, really, really weird stuff. We'll get back now. I'm going to see if I can look over a couple things. It's a little bit cold to work on this thing outside, and I do have my T38 in the workshop at the moment, blocking everything. So you might not be able to solve it today, but definitely there is something going on, and I don't think it's just fuel or the fuel, bad fuel, because now we have good fuel. It might be something else. All right, so it's snowing, and I just pulled to see. Yes, you can see the backfire marks, and they're on both sides. So it's not just one carb backfiring. AED is turning off, getting nice and warm. Yeah, just replaced the hoses here, so they're tight. Pulled some plugs. Dark is, it was severely rich when I pulled out of the workshop. It was being flooded, so it's probably from that. And then I'd say, difficult to say because there's no miles on these now after being cleaned, but possibly a little bit lean on the front carb, but really hard to say with how dark they are from that earlier thing. I mean, we could try just riching it up a little bit. I actually felt like it was running better when I pulled in here. The idle was smoother. So I'm not sure. I'm going to have a look through my workshop, see if I do have some spare gaskets for these, and I might pull them and just have a look inside. Because one thing I'm thinking is, because you have a float chamber here, and then there's an outlet, and then it goes into sort of a hose to the jet sort of thing. It's all in one. But there's some debris in there, and it's maybe blocking that, orifice a bit. That could be something, and then it runs fine at idle. So when you lift the pins, Check mixture, it's fine, but it won't supply enough fuel for when you put your foot down. Maybe that is it. Maybe we should just give this stuff more of a chance, but let me put the plugs back in and show you guys how it's running now. Plugs are back in, air filter on. Let's just see how it... So right now it's running beautifully. Was there some dirt in the car that just went through? Let me just drive up and down my road here and see if it actually wants to accelerate now. Why is the camera never rolling when something big happens? So, yeah, I just put this thing pretty much a little bit in the ditch. I did a kick down and, well, would you know? When you do that on ice, your back end slides out. So not the best day to try this out, but I actually feel like it is running better and better. Let's see here, let's put in first. It wants to accelerate better and better. So I'm not sure. Could it just be that this thing needs to be driven more? I checked over all the vacuum lines and things. I saw no cracks or anything. I hear no hisses under there, and it does seem to be running better and better. It's definitely the wrong, the wrong type of roads right now to blow this thing out, and it's not running good enough that I really want to take it on long highway drives. But I think where we were out before, I'll do that. I think I'll do the same thing tomorrow. Drive it a little bit more, and then I'll come back to you guys and see what it's like. Maybe the stuff needs to be driven, and maybe that stuff that my friend swears by does really clean out combustion chambers and things, where maybe that's just really what this thing needed. I don't know. I'll get back to the house, get inside, warm up a bit, and yeah, have a look over. But maybe actually there's nothing wrong. Maybe it's just there was some dirt in the car and we got it out. It's the next day. We got some more snow, and I've driven it I think twice now since then. Even though I checked, I do have those gaskets. I think we're going to leave well enough alone. I think it's working. I think it's just water that was in there. Tiny water droplets dancing around in the float chamber blocking jets. It's not the greatest thing, but it seems like stuff poured in tank, the stuff that people used back in the day, for de-icing carbs, it actually does the trick. Breaks up the water molecules and lets it go through that, because it just got off choke. Basically, AED just turned off. It's running great. Really nice and smooth now. Took it for a drive yesterday, now it's fine, and now I'll just take it for a quick little spin. But at the moment, it's not missing anything. It's running really nicely. We're just up to temperature and sitting here idling really nicely. So I think it's been solved. I'll give you guys an update in a couple weeks or so, see how it goes, but I think that was it. But yeah, if it doesn't go away, we'll have a look inside the carbs, but I really think it's just water dancing around in there, which can really wreak some havoc on it. Anyways, I hope that you liked this little snowy adventure, my daily Jaguar XJ6, and I'm gonna go for a nice drive out here in the snow. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with friends. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. It really does help out a lot. Until next time, I'm Adam. This is Living with a Classic. I'll see you soon.